Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Sao Paulo, of course, one of the best supported sides in Brazil, in the whole of Latin America. The Morumbis, the ultimate shrine, where 66,000 or so congregate week in, week out. The action has already started. It's a mighty effort! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's going for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cruyff clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. But it's Eto'o. And here's Romario. Romario! They want to be quick to recover this.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. No, that's been intercepted. Triol promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Neymar. Lukaku. So what can they make of this? Romario. Cruyff. Can he get it? Shot a goal! And another try! He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Eto'o at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Cruyff really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
It'll be a throw-in. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Chance to finish. Oh, within an inch or two.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
Eto'o. Always onto this. And he's in on goal. Real chance!
Whatever happens, that's the kind of move.
And Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi is offering a wry smile there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Terrific header! And now they can spring out of defence.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Romario. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Neymar.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
He's cut it out. Danger averted for now. It's gone for a throw-in. Aim forwards. Oh, super find. And that is as far as they're going to go. Zanetti. Cruyff. And it's played forward. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, there's a probing ball. Vieira has given away a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
And it's Messi.
Look, it's a run defence's dislike, but the time...
He's got tall! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Maldini is there, and he can pick it up. Neymar, given the lift of his goal. Beckham. That's a lovely, neat pass. No, it's not getting there. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1.
Substituição.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Now it's Luis Suarez. Neymar. Messi in acres of space out wide. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Romario. That's a little off target. And it's Messi.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's had a hit! Superb goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
That is glorious as Romario! And he has kicked it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Sao Paulo have their second corner now. Messi clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Lukaku. Oh, shooting chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. So, third corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. No way through. And that is exemplary defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
And the shot! He has done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So the lead now is 2.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And here's Neymar. Pass somewhat off target. Sao Paulo still have the cards to affect this game. And he's managed to get free. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. This is their second corner of the game. Big header! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Cruyff. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Has a look and place it forward. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, no joy this time. Messi.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Sao Paulo have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Now it's Romario. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Thuram. That's a good ball out wide. Neymar has it out wide and in space. Defending of the... and the volley. And somehow he managed to miss it.
Yeah, this is part of the job. Head down and keep plugging away.
Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Beckenbauer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Triol can get it clear. Corner number 3 coming up. And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, perfectly measured that. Great ball, and he's in. There's the hit! No mistake! With so little time left, grandstand finish! He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Sao Paulo give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Zanetti. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Cruyff. Spread neatly. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Luis Suarez. The final seconds now. Yildiz. Beckham. Now it's Luis Suarez. That's a shade optimistic.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Maldini demonstrating his defensive quality there. Could move up a gear here. He is through here. Messi. Cleared without hesitation. So that's it. It is all over. Sao Paulo can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Sao Paulo, of course, one of the best supported sides in Brazil, in the whole of Latin America. The Morumbis, the ultimate shrine, where 66,000 or so congregate week in, week out. He rises! That has been knocked clear. And this guy, Rafael van der Vaart, is someone who sometimes appears a bit of a street footballer, Jim.
Yeah, you can definitely see a lot of that in the way he plays. He seems yards ahead of anyone when it comes to finding space, Peter.
One of the greatest talents to roll off the Amsterdam production line, certainly.
No doubt about that.
Looking for options, for movement. Oh, that's a fine interception. Cristiano Ronaldo. Lukaku. Romario. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Lukaku. And he'll shoot here. That was superb goalkeeping.
Lukaku clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
It's a mighty effort. In he goes again.
Sao Paulo would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Can he latch on to this? And he's intervened well there. Kimmich. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
He's through here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Well, they've got it again. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's played him through. He's had a hit! Goal! Sao Paulo!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Sao Paulo are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Pressing high and with purpose. Messi is herring after that one. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Lukaku attempts a clearance. Shapes to shoot! It's their second corner of the game. Bruno Fernandes. Up he goes! That's another chance. It's in. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pick.
Chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Nice sequence of passes, this. Has a goal! Ribery. Now it's Messi. Van der Vaart! Goal! Fluminense! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Sao Paulo present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Mignon, in the context of the game, he must save it. Sao Paulo are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. That's been cut out, well played. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Kimmich, who played through for the wide man. Bruno Fernandes is wide and looking to get onto this. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And he stands tall, impenetrable.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Pass is just off target. Oh, he's found some space here. And that's been won straight back. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it has been a very watchable football match that has already provided 3 goals, both teams contributing plenty to it. And in terms of scoreline, it is close to being perfectly balanced. The game living up to billing, and plenty of thrills to keep the crowd warm. We'll be resuming in a quarter of an hour from now with the scoreline 2-1. And Ribery! And another try! It's a goal! And with that goal comes comfort! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
It's a simple game. A striker's job is to find the space as often as possible, and he did exactly that.
Fluminense go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
Aim forwards. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Messi. Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. Van der Vaart. Del Piero. Oh, they can break here. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Del Piero! He's got a goal! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Sao Paulo get themselves back into contention.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient.
There's the shot! So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Well, played right into his path. Neymar. Now the finish! Oh, taken with style. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We have ourselves a real game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He's gone for goal. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Now it's Neymar. Engages and forces him off the ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Del Piero. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. He is through here. Great hit! It's fallen kindly here. Goal! Sao Paulo! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
It's Salah! And that could have brought them level.
Oh, that's a great response, though, and it's a statement declaring that they're not done with this yet.
He's in plenty of space here. He has found a way through. Goes in for the header! And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Fluminense clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So all square and not for the first time.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal. It just got caught napping.
Shot a goal! Header! Goal! Fluminense! And yet again, they steal back into the lead. Extraordinary stuff. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Fluminense go into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Yildiz. Marquinhos. Bastoni cuts it out. Haaland. Neymar. Romario, the man we've all come to watch.
Sao Paulo have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
And he's managed to get free. And that could set him on his way. And it's Salah. Ribery! It's anyone's ball now. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Del Piero getting this one clear. And he's had a hit. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
And there goes the final whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Sao Paulo definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. We have already started here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No foul, says the referee. Always onto this. Now it's Ribery. Ribery! Oh, split-second reaction.
Ribery actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a good run down the left. Vieira. Sao Paulo! And Sao Paulo score first. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So, a breakthrough already. And he cuts out the supply. So, just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Could be danger here. Chance! It's there! They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely.
There's the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Benzema clears. Shapes to shoot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Manchester United really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Well read, and the danger is averted. Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Ribery. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well timed, excellent interception. That has been cut short. Ribery. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Ribery cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
He has found a way through. Great hit! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
He can run onto that. Manchester United applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. And Torres! Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete!
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Neymar. It's a sweet ball, that. That is a great pick out. So nearly the perfect ball. Beckenbauer gets over and intercepts. And he's picked out the run. Can he put it away? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So their fourth quarter of the game. And the shot! It's in! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline.
Face to face with the keeper. Taken back. Tries a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Yildiz. And it's Fernando Torres. And they're back on the ball again. Oh, perfectly measured that. Caught offside that time. Not the most accurate pass. That looks a cracking ball. And the shot! They've scored! And right on half-time, that is telling. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And the first 45 minutes are up. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
So off we go once more.
Sao Paulo really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Bastoni cuts out the pass. Conte. Endrick. Ribéry. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Ribéry! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Nicely aimed pass. Lewandowski. Neymar. Well read, nice interception. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, he's burst through! Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Brilliantly cut out. And it's Neymar. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Ribéry looking to penetrate opposition lines. And he's picked out the run. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, perfectly measured that. Neuer catches it safely.
The attendance for this match was 70,987.
Interesting ball. So we've reached the hour mark. Fiddles it through. Torres, and that's really well manoeuvred, and he's managed to get free. But that has not gone well. Lewandowski for Benzema. Van Dijk gets a foot in here. Fernando Torres. Torres finds himself offside.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. A real chance if he can get through. Now it's Benzema. No, not this time.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Keeper's dealt with that.
Sao Paulo are definitely going about this the right way.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well, the run has been Yildiz! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Punched away. Had a shot. Great defending, strong and determined. Adams spots it and intercepts. That's a nicely measured pass. He's for and Torres! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Manchester United just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear. Sao Paulo really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He's played him through. Now it's Drogba. Oh, he's bust real chance! And yes, it's there! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Manchester United go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Oh, super find. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. That is a great pick out. Sao Paulo can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined.
Del Piero! Oh, no, that could be a costly miss.
And he could have eased the pressure on his team by taking them within one of an equaliser.
Sao Paulo have their third corner. Manchester United have the belts one. Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper.
Sao Paulo are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Oh, nicely intercepted. Messi. And he welcomes it in. Bastoni. And here's Neymar. Haaland. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Iniesta. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Looking here to chip it through. Oh, that's well spotted. 4 added minutes on the board. Oh, now the finish! Corner number 4 coming up here. He rises! That's a half-decent try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Now it's Drogba. And there's green grass ahead of him. Van Dijk. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Sao Paulo illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen... So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Sao Paulo, of course, one of the best supported sides in Brazil, in the whole of Latin America. The Morumbis, the ultimate shrine, where 66,000 or... Yildiz! Now that's a fine challenge. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Neymar. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of them. Can he put it away? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Belts one. Keeper is right behind it.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Brilliantly cut out. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Belletti. Iniesta. Sao Paulo replying all the early pressure.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Fernando and Torres! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
keeper's dealt with that. Oh, good-looking ball. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Now it's Torres. Now then, the ball's come loose. Neymar. So it is still 0-0. Yildiz. Yildiz! And he's there to clear it. Aims beyond the defence. Alaba cuts out the pass. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, this is a great position. Shapes to shoot! This time, surely!
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Oh, look at the space here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a face-to-face with the keeper. Great hit! Goal! Sao Paulo! And Sao Paulo score first.
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Sao Paulo have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Yildiz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Alaba gets over and intercepts. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. He's quick to get it clear again. Flamengo have it back and can go again. Neymar, good strong midfield running here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
He's found a way through. There's the shot! Neymar, he's shifting through the gears here. He's going for goal! And that's caused a worry or two.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Fernando Torres. It's a sharp pass. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Roberto Carlos. Iniesta. Beckenbauer wins the duel this time. Fernando Torres. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0. Some first-half thoughts?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Sao Paulo, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And That's the start of another 45 minutes. Sao Paulo carrying a one-goal lead. Yildiz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Yildiz has found the net here, of course. Neymar. Flamengo can't breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Fiddles it through. De Ligt kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Neymar. He's picked his way through. Hits one! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. In for a header! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Beckenbauer gathers from the goal kick. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Roberto Carlos. Conte. Oh, they could break here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Del Piero. Sao Paulo just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. And he cuts out the supply. Flamengo do have a chance to counter here. And it's Iniesta. The fullback is in acres of space here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their...
Oh no, this does not look good. And the shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better. Simplicity itself.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
Sao Paulo are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, that's well spotted. Neymar. There will be a throw-in.
Substituição.
Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. Climbs up big! He will be livid with himself.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Denilson. Now it's Neymar. Torres. Good read, needed to be.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
No, again, there's no way through. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Upamecano calmly anticipates. And Dijk gets rid without sophistication. Upamecano. That's Vieira. And it's Del Piero. Now it's Lewandowski. De Ligt. Roberto Carlos. Can he get onto this? Oh, no, that was... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Now there's a... And Torres! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And yes, it's there! Right back in the game! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Camisa 24, camisa 9, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 23, camisa 5.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened.
He's had a go! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, it was a decent attempt in the end.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's pulled back. Cleared without hesitation.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Fernando Torres. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Del Piero, the man we've all come to watch.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Goulet.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Oh, that was vital. Haaland. Neymar. And the counter is on. Time added on 4 minutes. Belletti. Foot in. Can he finish? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So their fourth corner of the game. Tries a header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Denilson. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Sao Paulo proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. Well, little question that this is the box office game at this level today. Thank you for joining us. You've made a very good choice. There's so much resting on the game. It should be a cracker. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. We have already started here. Sao Paulo cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Climbs up big! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, important interception. Now it's Messi. And he has been fouled there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, I think he's quickly realised how stupid he was for doing that.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. OK, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that his excellent work ethic, deliveries and his willingness to get back and cover. All qualities I really like. And then there's a whole array of flair.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Pau Kubasi makes the interception. Foden. Now it's Ribery. Lukaku, he steps in, and that's the end of that. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And he's onside. And he's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Well, that'll do under the circumstances. Can he put it away? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Sao Paulo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. And he's away. Someone who's featured heavily of late, in a good sense, of course. Now it's Vinicius Junior. There's the shot! And Ribery! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! A finish right from the top draw! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Flamengo are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Neymar. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, super find. Always onto this. Hits one! Camavinga. And that's really well manoeuvred. And the counter is on. Ooh, perfectly measured that. Face to face with the keeper. And the shot! It's run loose. And he's following up! He has done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Flamengo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Lukaku really has just learned a lesson there. Your focus cannot lapse, even slightly.
Oh, what has happened here? And now the hit! Oh, that was no routine save.
Goretzka actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
There's the header. Good stop. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Gets his head to it. Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Nicely aimed pass. Lovely feet. Vinicius Junior ploughing through the middle. And it's half-time here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first-half success with another show of strength?
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that would be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Flamengo applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but, of course, the returns can be terrific. And it's Messi. Vinicius Junior. Goretzka wins the duel this time. Del Piero. That's a nicely measured pass. He has found a way through. Dybala! There it is! The second half off to a spectacular start. Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
Sao Paulo get themselves back into contention.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Big header! That's a half-decent try.
Mbappe did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
That could spell trouble. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Sao Paulo have reclaimed it.
Sao Paulo showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And here's Messi. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He is through here. He's dealt with that really well.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Oh, shooting chance! Vinicius Junior. Foot in. Roberto Carlos. Del Piero. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
And he is going into that little black book.
Well, maybe he thought they were already promoted, Peter. It's a silly card to pick up.
And here's Mbappe. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the pass is intercepted. Çalhanoğlu. It's a good spell of possession, this. Great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And he's had it nicked away. Dybala. Now it's Del Piero. He could be in here. Oh, well played, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Sao Paulo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, that's well seen too. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's Vieira. Shapes to shoot. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Sao Paulo have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Mbappe. Great ball if he can get there. He's found a way through. Can he finish? Vieira. This time, surely. They've scored! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so
good effort from distance.
Indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And it's Dybala. He won't be happy with that one. Lewandowski. Good read, needed to be. And the referee brings it to a close. Sao Paulo perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
well. There was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And the finish! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Speculative strike. Vlasic gets the nod here. Anything we should note about him, Jim? He's through, it's one, he's got the shot away! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So, a breakthrough already. Yildiz. Dybala. Dybala will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Abraham! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Ribery goes steaming forward. Oh, beautiful. Hits one! Sticks it away! And they're at it again in double quick time. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Milan are doing big chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Joao Felix with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Dybala. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Has a look and plays it forward. Passing nice and neat. Now it's Thuram. And the header! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, that's well spotted.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose.
Real chance! Dybala. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Joao. Time and again there. And the shot! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Milan find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Szczesny, will lay claim to that?
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's under a lot of pressure there. That's ruffled a few feathers, but... And the shot! And he hits the net! Through butter, they have done it again.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
It's become a case of men against boys. Can he finish? Oh, terrific save. Corner number 2 then. Shapes to shoot! Corner number 3 coming up. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Bastoni.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. Rattigi! Now the finish! No mistake! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Looking for the runner. Abraham! Here's for Abraham! Dybala. Reinders. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Tomori makes the interception. Vlasic. So nearly the perfect ball. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And it's Dybala. Ribery. Gabbia promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Thuram. Ribery. Great chance! They've done it! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. We have already started here. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Looks for the finish. Just off target.
Pulisic nearly produced a moment of magic. He knew the strike was pure.
And he cuts out the supply. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao puts his foot on the gas. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, here's a player who can contribute in so many ways. Theo Hernandez.
Climbs up big! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Yildiz. Back into the middle. Fofana. Shot at goal! Goal! Milan! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that goal has got the whole stadium rocking here. This is exactly the kind of atmosphere the players should feed off now.
Joao Felix running with the ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's played him through. Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Ribery.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Fofana gets a foot in here. João Felix. Not the most accurate pass. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And it's played forward. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Oh, that's an inviting ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Works it forward. Reinders. Rafael Leao. Oh, that's fabulous. Fofana. And now the hit. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Tomori clears it away. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Oh, good-looking ball. Fofana. Yildiz. And it's Ribery. Now it's Fofana. Dybala has it out wide and in space. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gets a good foot in there. Showing great feet there. Fofana! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that was very necessary. Milan are looking to go forward now. Tomori cuts it out. Reinders showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. The less said about that pass, the better. Fofana.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Emerson Royal looking for the run. Up he goes! Yildiz is flagged offside. Emerson Royal. That looks a good ball through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And that could set him on his way. Big chance! Oh, taken with style! And this is getting better and better.
Well,
And we hit half-time. What do we look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Milan go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And the second half gets underway. Rafael Leao. Reinders. Fofana. And here's a chance. Lacking in accuracy.
Milan are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
No way through there. It's a sweet ball, that. He's had it taken off him. Reinders. Played back in. Can he get it through? No, he's just misjudged that one. Has a go! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are cruising away. Yildiz at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Milan find a position of real strength now. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Milan looking to pass their way through. A slightly better ball would have led to a... There's the hit! Keeper's got his work done.
Yeah, I think I'd feel that way too. Not that I thrived in one-on-one situations.
Corner number 2 then. He's having a hit! And no one is overly concerned about that.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Yildiz. He can run onto that. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Dybala was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Cleared away. Ribéry. Reinders gets across to intercept that. João Felix. Ribéry absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Emerson Royal cuts out the pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Ribéry, he is through here. And Ribéry! Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper.
Milan were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Ribéry unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ribéry is wide and looking... He's had a hit! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 23.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 90. Il numero 7.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Reinders. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Abraham is in a really good position out wide. Oh, he's in! Loftus-Cheek! Oh, that's a waste.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
"75 minutes played. And here's Abraham. Oh, there's a probing ball. Abraham. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's beautifully weighted. Real chance! Great football, shot and save.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see...
Header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Ribery does really well to win the ball there. That's been cut out, well played. That has been cut short. Milan are coasting towards victory. Hernandez kept his eye on it, and he's there. Fofana. Decent hit! Goal! And they are right back within touch.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So is this the start of a comeback?
Ribery viene sostituito con il numero 9.
And here's Abraham.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Il quarto uomo indica 4
Hits
minuti di
one!
recupero.
And for a moment, time stood still.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Well, there's the clearance. It's anyone's ball now. That's very neat. Szczesny claims it. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's that. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Milan can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. A San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And as you can see, we've already started here. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. Oh, shooting chance! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the
He's one-on-one, there's the shot! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
João Felix just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Ribery. He's good running with the ball. Ribery, and he's in on goal. Ribery unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pass somewhat off target. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Carlos Augusto calmly anticipates. Oh, good-looking ball. Carlos Augusto.
Look, it's a run defence's dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Speculative strike. Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Çalhanoğlu brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Martinez. Oh, important interception.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Ribery. Milan are trailing against the run of play. Ribery driving forwards. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That has been cut short. And here's Mkhitaryan. Inter Milan finding their passes. João Felix. Now it's João Felix. He's shifting through the gears here. He's had it taken off him. And it's Ribery. Martinez. Oh, that's well spotted.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now the finish! Oh, it's there! AC Milan are all square.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Per il Milan. Ha segnato al 28esimo minuto.
Milan grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Inter Milan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing.
He gets big! Cleared without complication. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And it's Ribery. Real chance! Goal, Inter! And they get themselves in front!
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Milan have reclaimed it. He's picked his way through. Sommer has that under control. And reclaimed it in a trice. Martinez. And here's Abraham. Mkhitaryan. He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Joao Felix. Ribéry. Ribéry. Abraham. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Ribéry. Fofana. Reinders. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. And we're off again.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Pavard. Ribéry. And here's Mkhitaryan. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Bisek promptly onto that, and that is that. He's through here. Bisek gets across to intercept that. Martinez. Abraham. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Ribéry. Oh, it's Mkhitaryan. He's looking to set free a runner. He has found a way through. Great hit! And that is doing no harm at all.
Milan were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Mkhitaryan looking to get on the end of this. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
No, he's not getting past him there.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.113
Martinez.
spettatori.
The ball's gone astray. Looks to go up and over. Hernandez deals with that comfortably. Walker gets his pass away. Joao Felix. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Abraham. Joao Felix. He is, and the shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Fofana just couldn't steer it on target. Everything else was up there.
Abraham bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Abraham. Abraham! We've got a goal!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And yes, it's him again. We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Has a look and place it forward. It's a lovely, neat pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Fofana, who played through for the wide man. Oh no, what has happened here?
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Numero 8.
Inter Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
There will be a throw-in. Xiao. Now it's Ribery. Abraham, he's got the shot away! There's a goal! And he is just ripping it up!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, without doubt, that's given the coach food for thought. Does he settle for extra time or try to go for a winner before then? Decision time.
There's the hit! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it!
Gol per l'Inter.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Inter Milan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Martinez.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Reinders. 4 added minutes on the board. And it's Ribery.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Nicely weighted ball. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Zielinski! Oh, belter! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And that will be it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result... And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
This is the time you need that pace.
Played through for the wide man. And he was alert to it. So a very special reception for the very special Franck Ribéry.
Very true, and I think all of us here are expecting an awful lot from him. He is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the very best in his preferred left-wing position. He said himself that that's where he feels most free.
I guess that's what gives him the... Ribéry! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Now it's Abraham. He's played him through. He's got away. Yildiz! It's off target and by quite a way.
Milan just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Tomori, Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Retegi. And it's Ribery. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Tomori did just... Rafael Leao! And he has kept it out somehow.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely aimed pass. Abraham. Still goalless at the moment. Oh, delightful ball. Cleared without hesitation. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He's away! Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's a promise. Big header! Harmlessly behind.
Milan were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
And it's Ribery. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Dybala. That's been cut out, well played. Fofana. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Walker. And that's gone loose. Abraham. Reinders. Oh, that's well spotted. Gabia. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And it's Walker. And it's Ribery. Succumbs to the pressure. Yildiz. Short changes him with that pass. Abraham. Mignon can pick that up. Ribery. It's Fofana. And that is a little undercooked. And here's Abraham. And Dybala! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Rafael Leao. Fofana. That's a good ball out wide. There will be a throw-in. Fofana. Fofana proves just a little bit too strong. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Great defending, strong and determined. Dybala. That is good alertness. And it's Arnautovic. Reinders. Dybala. Fofana. Oh, this is a very good run.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Rafael Leao, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to them.
And we hit half-time, but it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And he's cleared it back out. So Rafael Leao! He's missed, but not by that far.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Retegi. And Reinders. Ribery. Walker. And here's Rafael Leao. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And this is a great chance to take a lead. Ribery with a real chance here. Ribery! Just off target.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
And that could set him on his way. And Dybala! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Paulo Dybala deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Tomori. Gabbia. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Retegi. For Ribery. Now Gabbia. Reinders. Ribery.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Gabbia defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. It's a really well-measured ball. Header! Sticks it away! What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Rafael Leao was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Dybala. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Reinders did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And he was quick to react. Fofana. And it's Dybala. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? Dybala! Yes! And that takes him up to double figures. The first significant goal-scoring landmark.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Some really good ball movement. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's had it taken off him. Well, what about it? Milan have dragged it back at the last.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Martial. And Reinders. Gabia. That pass has been well intercepted. Ribéry. Well, that tackle was... He's got the shot away! Goal! Milan! Into the lead once more.
Gol per il Milan.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Cambio di giocatore.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Look, I just think they've kept at it and got their reward. Now they need to hang on to it.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
There's the hit! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the level of urgency is shot up, and that's promising. Now to maintain it.
Ribéry. It's Fofana. Ribéry. Reinders. And here's Rafael Leao. Oh, shooting chance! It's there! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Milan could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if the...
He's having a go! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Arnautovic. Ribéry. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Looking for options for movement. João Felix looking to run onto it. He's felt Dybala! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Up he goes! Arnautovic. That's the end. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were...
Formação.